Shealy.
Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 194 of the Jiu Jitsu Dummies Podcast. We're brought to you by Black Belt Digital Marketing. Anything you need to build your business offline, on or offline, website design, SEO, Google Ads, social media, graphic design, printing, we do it all. Check us out at Black Belt Digital Marketing on Instagram or your website or our website, bbdigitalmarketing.com. Request a free review of your online presence today. Joining us today is Jiu-Jitsu Red Belt and legend Rigan Machado. And we also have Larry Shealy. He's the head of Mach5 Union and owner of Hendo Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. We'll bring them in a minute, guys. My name is Milton Campus. I'm a black belt training out of South Florida. Don't forget to like, comment, save, share, do all those things. Click subscribe. We appreciate all of your support. A few shout outs real quick. I'm going to toss it to my co-host, Ben. Go ahead and tell them all about Fight Safe.
Hey, everybody. My name is Ben Stark, third-degree black belt from American Top Team and the owner of the illustrious American Top Team, Palm Beach Gardens. It is illustrious. If you're in the Palm Beach area and you want to train with the absolute best, come by American Top Team, Palm Beach Gardens. That's attpbg.com or attpbg on all of the social medias. Now, for you competitors, fighters, or jiu-jitseros around the world, we all tape our fingers, wrists, toes, ankles, etc. If you want the best in combat sports, gauze and tape, check out fighttape.us. Use promo code JJD and save 10%.
All right. We also want to shout out Wodify. Wodify is one of the top martial arts platforms that people are starting to use at their gyms more and more. Automated belt and rank tracking, family account management for your kids' programs, content library where you can share your technique videos and training resources directly to the app. And has a student experience that actually reflects the culture you've built on the mats. Their team gets the jiu-jitsu community because they're a bunch of jiu-jitsu gym owners. So very cool. Reach out. Check them out at wodify.com. New customers get $100 off per month for life. You can book a free demo right there at wodify.com. We normally shout out and do a nice long shout out about Academy Safe. We're gonna probably talk about that a little bit later, but you can check out Academy Safe at academysafe.org. Get your background checks, U.S. Center for Safe Sport, and a lot more done. Again, academysafe.org. Use code JJD5, spell out 5, F-I-V-E, JJD5 at checkout. You get a couple of bucks off your annual membership. All right, guys, we're doing it really quick today. We want to get these guys in here. Welcome, Rigan. Welcome, Larry. Thank you so much for being patient, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. So much to talk about. Larry, but Rigan, if you don't mind, we'll start with Larry introducing Mach5 because Larry's going to be is going to get out of here a little early. So tell everybody about Mach5, whoever wants to really take that. Tell us about Mach5 Union and what you guys are doing and how you're looking to change the jiu-jitsu game.
I think the best way to do that is that Rigan kind of let him share his idea, and then I can kind of tell you where we are in the process. So I think that'd work out well.
Sure. Let's do it.
A while back in Rio de Janeiro, in Brazil, the number one school used to have like 3 or 5 schools which dominate the sport at the time. Was Horse Grace, Castle Grace, you have the Rickson Academy, you have few other academies in South Rio. In North Rio, they created a group called New Union, which unite 200 small schools and to compete as one. And these 200 academies come from the top 3 schools at the time in competition.
Okay.
But this school, they create this group of guys to come and select the team to compete in training, and they become a very powerful group. This idea I always have in the back of their mind, instead create your own club like Rigan Machado or Gracie or this and that, to create something independent, something like you unite everybody to be a part of a group. This group creates some unique training centers, some training place like camps, events, competition, unite all these world champions from different areas to come together to see what we can do for the sport to get to the next level, even better. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because that happened in Brazil. It was something very unique. On the back of my mind, I said, why not to try create that in many different levels, in business and community come together to see what's missing on the sport to go to the next level. And we start with the idea, but the power is getting stronger. More people want to be a part of Mach5. And right now, I think we start creating the whole structure for the Mach5 to bring people smarter than me to help to organize the Mach5. Like,
so, would we call this an affiliation, an association?
It's look like association, but it's not. It's more than that. It's more like I give you an example. In Brazil, I know like maybe 50 world-class champions who come champion in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. What I like about them, each one have a unique style to fight and develop a program. And I've been talking to them. I want to bring you guys under the Mach5 for create your own personal program to add on the Mach5 to feed the people who like to upgrade the program in competition, to follow even the new generation who are part of Mach5 to guide us for the future of how we can get a better team for competition, better programs for teach students, better techniques and stuff like that. Because I believe like I teach one style of jiu-jitsu. My brother teach a little bit different because his style is jiu-jitsu. I think you get all these brothers working together and help to guide each one, give their own vision of jiu-jitsu for them I think is pretty good because I think to get to the next level is like we need to always keep update the techniques. I think like the old generation and the new generation together in competitions, showing us the training, how they come a world champion, how they perform some of the best techniques. I think is going to be good. That's one of the ideas. The other one's the same basic idea for the business, same basic idea for what's missing. You're putting a group of smart business guys with the group of jiu-jitsu guys to figure out solutions to help each other.
Okay. As when I was talking to Larry, I think, we talked a little bit about having everything that an academy would need or having choices for them, recommended choices for them, whether it's marketing, apparel, accounting, software. Am I correct? Right. It's bringing them and saying, like, these are the ones that we use or we vetted and we believe that these are going to help you the most. That's a big part of it. Aside from giving a curriculum, are you giving a curriculum as well? You talked about like your your brothers and everybody having a different style.
Right now, I've been talked to 20 different red belts to be a part of Mach5.
Okay.
And basically, we love to create something called belt control system. Belt control system is to be sure the guys follow a protocol to get to the next level and to have a kind of guidance to be sure people don't lose control because a lot of people sometimes give the belt away or sell the belt or do things like that. I want to be sure Mach5 do something to help to control the system in a way to help people to have some direction, not to, because I believe you can buy your belt, but the culture I want to create sweat, blood, and honor to get your belt.
Okay.
And that's the culture I want to create for the people who is a part of Mach5. You want to get your belt, that's fine. But you have to put your sweat, your time, your blood, and you're gonna be honored when you get your belt.
A guy that's training 5 days a week and a guy that trains 2 days a week and get promoted at the same timeline, it's not good, right? You've got somebody that's putting a lot of
I think the timing is a base for to guide the guys, because the problem we have in the past is the belt control was not well organized like today. Today is gonna get better, but on the past before, sometimes the instructor like the student, hey, give you a belt, or some business reason, oh, he paid me a lot of money, he's the belt. I think you mix it up, like time on the mat, tests about your knowledge, and when you spar with things, you know what I mean? You calculate a group of things, and have a strong guidance to control the belt control.
Hey, Milton, to back up a little bit, let me explain. There are 39% of the schools in the world, BJJ schools in the world, who are unaffiliated. Okay, so the main reason we started this is to kind of get everyone together. We call it a union because, if 39% of the folks out there, a lot of those schools are not up on their business. They may be the best competitor in the world, but if they don't know how to teach, if they don't have a lot of things can go sideways when you're running a business. So what the idea started with, and it is, we're working toward, is, you asked if it is an association. I would look at it it's more like if, say, in the medical world, you got a hospital, but then if you go to the hospital, there's 15, 20 different specialties in there that you can go to, right? So what we want to do with Higan and being a Red Belt and having such a good network of legends, also, we're pulling, he's coming from the top down. I'm coming from the bottom up, so to speak, I want to help the newer schools be able to have a place. There's so much information out there. Have vetted people. You and I talked about this, Milton. Vetted people who we know are good people doing good things and the right reasons. And so be able to help the other folks survive through if there's a recession or whatever, help them in the business side of the equation. With that said, we're vetting owners, and we're looking toward, from the business side, some guys don't even have insurance. So I'm vetting some insurance companies, ones I've used over the past 30 years. So that's where it's not like Higan said, it sounds like an association. It's not. It's more like a consortium of people that you can go to, like Amazon, so to speak, but in a business sense, strictly for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Hopefully that.
So somebody could be part of, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
We got cut off a little bit there. I was going to say, I'll ask the question, Ben is part of American Top Team. He could also be part of Mach5. He doesn't have to leave his association with American Top Team.
No.
I also belong to the Mach5 Union.
Yes. And we want everyone who's in their lineage to stay in their lineage. We're not trying to pick people from other places. We want people to, this kind of a gi versus no gi kind of, I wouldn't call it a war, but there's a lot of discussion on that. It's jiu-jitsu, and some people want to go that way and some want to go the self-defense way. That's okay. So I'm experiencing that in my school. I've always been more of a Gracie jiu-jitsu on the self-defense side. I'm opening my eyes that these people, there's a lot of good jiu-jitsu in that realm as well. And Higan, pointed that out. And, our goal is to unite jiu-jitsu in general. Not here to pick people's schools apart. But there are a lot of people. I know my first 10 years, I didn't have a clue what I was in medical device sales. I didn't have a clue how to run a business, in business. But a lot of people out there might be struggling, and I would like to do the good and, help them. And also, we're going to work toward getting a not-for-profit so we can get, underprivileged kids, GEs and things like that, or scholarships in different schools. So it's a big project, but it's one that we can't do alone. And he said, it's a union, and it's not like a union like the Teamsters, but it's going to be a union of high level folks at Higan's level, and on my level and around there, we will be doing our best to bring people together versus pushing people away.
Sure. And I've already spoken to you, Larry, about, we can help with Black Belt digital marketing. We'd love to help with the vetting for Academy Safe. And also, you mentioned nonprofit. Academy Safe is a nonprofit, and I've been involved with nonprofits for more than a few years now, not just the 2 years that Academy Safe has been around. So advice, help, being involved, I'd love to help in any way that I can when you're ready to get that set up. As a matter of fact, I've been spending the last week submitting grants, getting money. We've already been awarded a $10,000 a month Google grant. So they give us free ads, up to $10,000 of free ads. And I've actually been submitting for Walmart, has a really great program, up to $5,000 per location, gives you money. So when you're ready to talk about that stuff, I could definitely either give you some advice or just kind of guide you on that side. But I think, I did run a nonprofit called the Jiu Jitsu Dummies Foundation, where we were giving scholarships. So I've been down that road once before, and I would have loved to have kept that going, but priority shifted back to the podcast and then to Academy Safe. So definitely could be of some help when you guys are ready on that end. So Higan, where are we at right now? If I wanted to join today, or is that possible to join Mach5 now? Are you guys up and operational? Is it still new? Do you have a launch date, or has it already launched?
We'll open already, right?
Okay.
Everything in place.
Our official kickoff on this will be in November. We've got pieces of it together, but we're nowhere near where we want to be and need to be. But you and I talked last time. I went into Academy Safe, and I came back clear on my background check, buddy. So I did what I told you.
You're good.
So, but back, we're in the process of vetting people, just like you're vetting people for the Academy Safe, and so it's not complete. It's like a work in progress. And I think based on the things you've done in the past, you understand how that goes.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the info. Anything else that you want to tell us about Mach5 specifically?
I'm good for now. Yeah, Higan might have some.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Well, we've got plenty of time here, so we'll probably come back to it. But I'm interested. You talked a little bit, Higan, about kind of what you've seen and what people are missing. How different is it today from when you first started doing jiu-jitsu in the United States? I mean, if we're talking about there's not a lot of help for new academies, there was nothing when you started. What was that like?
Well, it was a good journey to see the evolution. Today I have opportunity to travel to over 108 countries teaching Jiu-Jitsu. I complete over 1,235 seminars.
Wow.
And I can book myself in a year and a half advance to do seminars and to enjoy. I love to travel. That's one of the pleasures, to use Jiu-Jitsu, travel and meet new people is amazing. But that's how when you start travel, is very unique to see how Jiu-Jitsu grow.
Yeah.
And you go to place like Norway, you have jiu-jitsu here. And when you see, have academy of Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And that for me is very, very amazing when you see things like that, how big jiu-jitsu got.
What was it like for you? Go ahead.
I was going to say, Higan, you and I talked about seminars and how there's so much need for and a market for seminars. Some of your people you're bringing in, well, you can't do them all, right? Can't do all the seminars, but there are high level guys around in your network who are wanting to get into the seminar game, and that's another big angle we're working on. Higan knows everybody, and everybody likes Higan. So this seminar stream can be worked out with a lot of the high level guys, and that will be a section in the Mach5.
And Larry, we'll talk offline. I have a software company that I'm working with that's already active and doing things in other sports. That we're kind of we're collaborating with them a little bit and giving them some advice on launching a portion of their software to book your seminars. So they do it essentially in other sports, but doing it for jiu-jitsu specifically, where you can go onto their app, you load up when you're available, and people can book those seminars. Your costs, everything is there. Even students can go on and then buy and pay for their seminar and sign off on any documentation they need to, whatever releases and so on. So we're working with, it'll be an interesting conversation. I don't want to give out the name just yet because it's not, they're doing some stuff for Academy Safe. And that's one of the things that we wanted for ourselves. Ben and I have talked about, like, people have asked us, hey, Jiu Jitsu Dummies, can you come out and do a seminar? We want to raise money for Academy Safe. Can you come out and do a seminar? And in some cases I've done it. And in some cases I said no, because it gets so, money, who's collecting the money? Do you get paid the right amount? This guy walks in with cash, it gets so confusing that we saw that there was a software that exists again for other industries, for other sports, and it's just not being applied to jiu-jitsu, but it's going to be. We're working with them. I've got another meeting with them next week. We just go over some ideas and things that they could implement. So it'll be I think it'll be an interesting conversation for us to have offline, Larry, and that could be something for, you'll just be able to, people will be able to show their availability around where they're going to be or where they can be, and, or, hey, just book me here. These are, this is what I require. This is, how much I need to get paid, flights, this, whatever it is, everything can be done through the app, including the students or the attendees being able to purchase that seminar right there online, and you know what you're making, and then it'll actually split if there's a split for the academy and the instructor. It'll do it all through the app, so there's no human beings touching the money. It's predetermined who's getting what. So I know for me that was I've done a few seminars where it's I'm getting paid, and we're getting, usually as a donation for Academy Safe, but we're getting a payment that we don't really know where did this number come from. This doesn't equal out to the amount of attendees, right? I mean, I'm sure that's happened to Higan and others. So we've got a solution for that. It's coming soon, and I think it'll be very valuable for Mach5.
Sounds good.
Again, we can talk about that a little bit more offline. Yeah. So going back, Higan, again, when you first came to the United States, a lot of us know you. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 12, 13 years now. I consider myself still younger in this game as compared to you and others. Was it purposeful? Was it, you getting into your main academy or your HQ? Is it in Beverly Hills?
At my academy in Beverly Hills,
yeah. Yes. Was that purposeful? Was it getting into that area and then working with a lot of celebrities and superstars?
I think
or did it happen on purpose?
No, it was more like an accident. It was not much basically I remember the beginning when I was here, I connected with my cousin named Horion Gracie.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Rickson just arrived in California. And I have a cousin with me named Cesar Gracie. And basically I want to practice jiu-jitsu. I want to compete. I want to do wrestling. I want to compete sambo. I want to do whatever I could and relate to some different type of grappling. And I remember teaching the garage with Royce.
Yeah.
The audience start talking about to do the UFC. I remember sit down and talking about to develop the cage idea, all this stuff, and to see the process to the first UFC, the success of Royce winning the UFC. I helped to talk to Carlos Grace Jr., who EBJJF, to bring the competition back to California, because I remember he was doing some competition in Hawaii. Convincing him to bring the competition back to California and to see after this the growth, like people, a lot of the competitors start want to come to the United States, because Brazil, you teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu there, you don't survive, you don't make enough money to survive. It's too many academies that people can't afford to pay too much. And in America, I remember you make I remember teaching classes, some students pay me a couple $100 an hour for teach. I was shocked. I said, man, I'm never going to get paid that much money in Brazil. And little by little, you start thinking that's a great place. You can do jiu-jitsu and survive. And I believe that was something, opportunity for a lot of these guys to come to America. And they look up to survive, to a mode of survive doing the jiu-jitsu. You now have thousands of academies, thousands of different groups. The competition now have thousands of competitors, and all over the world, because I think the sports jiu-jitsu, the influence of UFC in the beginning, the jiu-jitsu to complete you as a fighter, help the sport grow super fast.
Yeah. Was it, in the beginning, was it hard to convince people that jiu-jitsu was the better art, or to become a student?
It was super hard.
Right, because karate was, right, it's the days of Bruce Lee and all the movies. And was it hard to say, hey, this is a better art, or this is just as good of an art as karate or kung fu?
Yeah, it was super hard because everybody look up to us like, oh, you're not a martial artist. You are judo, you're wrestling, you know what I mean? And I remember Horion come out the idea to start going to base, like Navy SEAL bases, Marines, Army, and bring me, Rickson, and some of the boys to spar them. And I remember we go over there, you choke everybody and unbar everybody. I remember that was a good way for people to start believe, because it's not much to talk about. Like, hey, let's go spar and see what you can do, and you take all these guys one after another and submit them. They start believe. You start getting a lot of students after a while. Because after you choke few people start like, wow, that's amazing. I think that was the beginning. Before the UFC, Horion put a challenge. People start show up to challenge, to fight. I get maybe 20 guys to show up in my academy when I fight, and end up have to fight the guys. You know what I mean?
All 20 of them?
One of the
No. Almost every
all 20. You would they would challenge you?
one almost every 10 days somebody show up.
Oh, okay.
As an academy owner, you work hard to build trust with your students, their parents, and your community. But trust isn't something you claim, it's something you prove and earn. That's where Academy Safe comes in. We help academies like yours stand out with verified safety standards. Background checks for all staff, U.S. Center for Safe Sport certification, concussion training, defibrillators on site, CPR, first aid and AED certification, security cameras, rank and lineage checks, and verification of business insurance. Join the trusted martial arts registry that's redefining safety throughout North America. Lead by example. Show parents you're accredited with Academy Safe.
You show up every day to change lives. You manage a million little details, all of them critical. We get it. We know the founder mindset because Wodify was built from the ground up, just like you. We know details because we fine-tuned every nuance of our own platform to make it work seamlessly for you. You need a partner who understands your business and a platform that helps you run it like a well-oiled machine. The founder hustle never stops, and you wouldn't have it any other way. We're Wodify. We're built to build you up.
Is your business getting lost online? Black Belt Digital Marketing is a full-service digital marketing agency that helps you get found, get leads, and grow. We specialize in local and website SEO, so your business stands out when customers search. Our website SEO makes sure your site loads fast, ranks high, and stays ahead of AI-driven search, so customers find you first. More visibility, more clicks. More customers right when they're ready to buy. Grow your business online with Black Belt Digital Marketing. Visit bbdigitalmarketing.com or call 9542-204932 today.
How bad did you beat them up? How bad?
Now I have 4 brothers. No, I get the bigger guys. My brother get the little guys. I said, depend the size. I was the heavyweight. And the guys come to the academy and say, hey, this big guy's yours.
When
All
you
right,
hit
let's
the
go.
gym stormers, were you sure to only use jiu-jitsu on them to almost prove a point? Or were you just going all out vale tudo?
No. We'd not try punch them. We just take them down. They can do whatever they want, but we take them down and choke or submit them.
Was there anybody that stood out to you with any more famous martial arts practitioners in other disciplines that came to challenge you?
I remember Chuck Norris have some friends like Jean LaBelle. Jean LaBelle
judo.
Was a judo guy. Jean LaBelle used to bring once a while some really good guys to fight me. Yeah, I remember he brought this guy. I think the guy was from Miami, a really big guy. He come and he said, hey, he wanna just sparring with you because he's coming from fighting in Japan. That guy's super big guy. That guy's probably 260, 6'2". I think that guy's name is Bart Vale or something like that.
Oh,
old
school Pancrase, rings. Yeah. He fought.
Yeah, I remember he came to the academy. He did a spinning kick on my face. I barely escaped. I said, wait a minute. He tried strike me. My brothers locked the door. It's almost like nobody's out. We have to finish this now. That's a business. And basically, Jean LaBelle said, no, it's not a fight. It's just grappling. And as soon as I tackle him, he go on the ground, I realized he didn't want to stay in the middle of the mat. And he tried to move away from the mat. I realized, he's mine now. Because I realized he didn't want to grapple on the ground. Yeah, it sounded like when they got him on the ground, end up submitting him, and his shoulder come out. Yeah. His show pop out. He was very nice after because he come and he apologized and stuff like that. But this is happen all the time. I have a guy who came in a motorcycle, a Hell Angel, a guy named Chris Young. And he come in and he want a real fight. I said, no, let's grapple first. And I want to be sure you know what you're doing when we grapple. I don't know what happened. I got him on the ground and I got him in the armbar. I went too fast and popped his elbow out. I felt so bad because the guy's on the motorcycle. I said, no, I drive you to the hospital. I drove the guy to the hospital.
Wow.
And we ended up become good friends after. He became my good friends.
And I will give you my next question. It sounds like I've heard other stories from other people about like the dojo storming, but it seems like they walk in, one way with one attitude, but then they embrace jiu-jitsu, embrace you guys, and they walk out as friends. Is that the right assessment? Most of these guys would be friendly or want to come train afterwards?
No, I think so. I think before UFC, I think the idea is almost like let's give it a shot to see what happens. You know what I mean? The guy came to your academy, you're good in the ground, and so let's go. You know what I mean? Let's have fun.
So speaking of the dojo storming, there's like one legendary dojo storm with Yoji Anjo coming to California to fight Hickson, and being that you're so close to the family, were you around for that? Do you have any
no, I remember. Let me go back on the past a little bit for explaining the culture, the philosophy. I was under Horace Grace. Horace Grace was my coach, but was a coach for Hickson too. And I remember Carlos Grace was his younger brother teaching the academy. Carlos Grace Jr. come my coach, my main coach. But Horace used to tell me, get ready because every Friday I have a surprise for you. Yeah, I was like 15. Every Friday dropped somebody to fight. And he said, you're allowed to slap him, but not punch. But your goal is to take him down. And sometimes he bring guy 3 times my size. I'm 15 years old. Every Friday, this for years. I never asked why. I just do what my coach tell me to do. But you get used to. You realize like how important jiu-jitsu is on your DNA for protect yourself on the streets. That's outside the competition. You know what I mean? And you realize how important to clinch, how important to go to the ground, what to do in real street fight. Like example, to do a double leg, we learn how to do, we call the baiana. What means the baiana? You never touch your knee on the ground. You grab the guy, have to lift the guy, let the guy fall on the ground first. And little things like that, because you realize we're not at the judo, you have cement. You do a double leg, you touch your knee on the ground, you end up have a surgery on your knee. And little things like that, Holly used to tell us, like to fight at the academy is one thing, to fight on the streets another thing. He wanted us to learn both. And when you came to the United States, the guys come to the academy, remind the time in Brazil. Like people come, let's go and fight and see what happened. You know what I mean? In these base, like started for Horion, who opened a challenge. Horion put a challenge to every martial art academy come to my academy, because that's what the Gracies used to do a long time in Brazil. And I opened my school away from the Horion Academy. I opened São Fernando Valley, and people start showing up to accept the challenge. Yeah, I didn't speak English very well. I said, hey, I was not me who challenged you, was my cousins, my cousin Horion. But I couldn't explain the guys very well because I didn't speak English very well. And I said, okay, let's fight. What you gonna do? You're already here. Let's enjoy your trip. You know what I mean? See nobody get hurt. That's was a good phase for the Machados and the Grace on the beginning for Jiu-Jitsu.
What's crazy is it still happens. It's been like over a year since someone's come in my gym with this, but for the first like 8 years,
This happened in your gym?
every 3 months.
A challenge?
Yeah. They never actually wanted to fight, but they wanted to act like they did.
Yeah.
It blows my mind every time.
So
I remember.
Does that still
That's
happen now?
In my gym?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
or even in some of the gyms that you know and your brothers. And
No,
some of the great
it's funny because this happen once a while in seminars.
Yeah.
I remember not much now, but on the beginning when I was doing a seminar, I was in South Africa. I was in Johannesburg doing a seminar. I have over 100 people at the seminar. And I remember have one guy who, tough guy. You can see the guy's a fighter. I don't know the guy and stuff. I see the guy. I show the techniques. He don't even care about the techniques. I come to the guy and say, can I help you? Can I show you any techniques? And the guy, I know all this stuff. He said that. Or so, oh, you know all that. And I come here because I want to spar with you. I want to see how good you are. He said straight code. And I stopped the seminar. I said, okay, he said, let's everybody do a training stuff. I start with you. I don't know the background of martial arts. The guy's in good shape, good at it. And I knew when I start getting him, I choked him like 20 seconds. He said, let's do it again. And I realized like he looking for one chance to do something. I said, okay, let's do it again. He said, let's do it again. Like after 5 times, I said, you know what? I have to be a little rough with this guy. And when I get in the submission, I squeeze a little bit extra time. And I squeeze the neck, he tap, I squeeze another 3 seconds. And I soon he tap, I said, let's do it again. I put in, let's do it again. Every time I get in here, I do extra more. You know what I mean? To a point, he almost passing out. After this, I submit the guy 20 times. He sit on the corner. Later, the host of the seminar, they said, man, that guy's a bad guy. He go schools and place and beat everybody. He's the local tough guy, you know what I mean? But the guy was sweet to me. He have a club or nightclub. He want to invite to the nightclub after. The guy, no, don't go. This is a bad dude, you know what I mean? He's in South Africa. But these, you never forget to ride a bike, man. Sometimes you get challenges. Poor man, you have to remind the times you in Brazil when people come to fight you all the time and say, man, let's go. What you gonna do? You know what I mean? You don't forget to ride the bike.
Did you, I read something online where you had, at one point, I guess when you were competing, you had 19 matches in one day.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, I explained that. I was a junior. I was purple belt. And a purple belt in Brazil, the major event of that, they have the junior division and the adult division. And I signed up for both. I signed up for the junior division, for the adult division. And when I signed up for both, I signed up myself in my weight class and the open class, in both. And I fought my weight class first, the open class on the junior. I won. After this, come the adult division, I fought in my weight class and the open class. And I won too. That was 19 fights.
Wow.
But it was 4 divisions. Junior division, adult division.
Yeah. Was there a lot of pressure from the family, Gracie, Machado? Maybe we should probably explain, the relation there in a second, but did you feel a lot of pressure to always win, whether it was in the academy, on a challenge match, or even,
I think I was very lucky to have a lot of great people around me to push me to compete and to training. But for me, it was not about the medal, about the fight. It was about this addiction. I don't know. I was addicted to fight. Let me explain what it is, what I was addicted. The pleasure of winning a good fight. Like I see another tough guy across me, another warrior we call. He trained to come to win. If we go to a war, that's a good fight. I know he's come to fight. And when you go to a fight, you go to that war and win the fight, I have this amazing pleasure. I have wow, I love the feeling. And that kind of feeling, what I'm looking for.
Okay.
And basically, I used to be a good soldier. I go to my coach, put me to fight this guy, put to fight this guy, put to fight this guy, because I want to get that feeling. You know what I mean?
Okay. Hold on 1 second, Higan. Larry, can you hear us? Larry, can you hear us still? If you're going to be leaving, can you mute your phone, because we're still picking up the background noise? You don't mind? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. All right. Have fun on your private. Well, yeah, sorry about that. So was competing, I think you mentioned, well, let's if we can stop and, obviously, the Machado name, Higan, your entire family, very famous in the jiu-jitsu community. For those that are younger in the sport, can you just explain to everybody, your relationship to Gracie, cousins and uncles, who's who in that hierarchy, if you don't mind?
Yeah, I explain. Growing up in Brazil, my mother's sister named Laí married Carlos Gracie. Carlos Gracie was the founder of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And he had 21 kids and stuff. And basically, that's how I started the relationship. We grew up together. It's like, example, Carlos Gracie, I never look at him like, the founder of Brazil. It looked like my uncle Carlos. And we have this cool relationship. And the training come natural. You over there with your cousins every day. Oh, let's go train. And basically, your parents motivate you. Oh, go train. Stay with your cousins. And end up living in the same house with my cousin, my uncle Carlos. And after a while, Hollis liked me a lot, and he said, I want you to do full-time training. I want you to train at least 2 times a day. And that's how I start getting really good, when you have guys like Hollis Grace and Carlos Grace push you to do your homework, to train every day. At least I have a point, I train 3 times a day. I wake up super early, do the first section with Carlos Gracie. After this, I go to Hollis Gracie. I train with Carson. You know what I mean? Every chance I have a training, because I was addicted to the sport at the time. I love the competition. I always bug my coaches I want to compete. Can I compete here? Can I compete here? And my coach, okay, let's compete this guy. That's what I think was the love, the good coach push in a very strong environment. We have a lot of tough guys on the club we were training at the time. I believe at the time it was the between number 1 and number 2 in Brazil, the academy.
So nobody had to push you to do jiu-jitsu. Your parents weren't, like kids here, go to soccer, go to jiu-jitsu. I don't want to go. I'm playing. Like you were in from the beginning. You knew that this is what you wanted to do.
I remember it's almost like you eat, breathe, live jiu-jitsu. That's basically like, or you love 100%, or you do 1,000%, or don't do it at all. Yeah, I think I was so much in love with the sport at the time. I used to do 1,000%. I used to, every chance I have, I want to be around my friends who do jiu-jitsu. I want to compete. I want to train for my cousins. You know what I mean?
How has the competition changed from when you were competing there in Brazil, if you can compare it to what we see now in the United States, whether it's IBJJF or any of the organizations? How is it different than it was back then?
I think they always have a devolution of techniques. The athletes level today is 100 times more better. I think at the time I used to compete, you have some athletes, but not like today. Today, I think the athletes today is 10 times stronger. The athletes at the time I used to compete. I believe that.
Yeah. So is there a match that stands out for you that was like, this was the hardest match? Like, you'll never forget that one match. Is there one that stands out in your mind?
Yes. I have a while back, have like maybe 5 or 6 academies, the top ones. Rickson Grace, House Grace, a group of academies who do a tryout for see who get the top 2. And this inside the academy, that's what was a war. That was more difficult than any competition, because it was the concentration of the best to see who compete the nationals at the time, which at the time for us was the World Championship. And I remember I went to my weight class. I had probably like 4 or 5 fights. Tough guys. Every single fight was a war zone. And I beat the guy. And I remember for the open class, have this guy twice my size. His nickname Evandro 7000. Evandro 7000 in Portuguese. Tough son of a gun. Strong. He didn't have fight because he didn't fought in his weight class. He just want to fight the open class. I was tired because after fight all these guys, and I didn't have much left. The guy fresh. He come after me like a bullet. And I try survive the first 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And I said, man, wait for the one opportunity. And the guy throw me this side, jumping. Like the guy was like, you know what I mean, blind. He want to destroy me. And I just survive. In the last 30 seconds, I submit the guy on the armbar. And for me, why I like this fight so much? Because sometimes you can use the defense to set the guy up for the right time to finish the guy. And I use the perfection strategy in exactly that time. Not because I didn't have endurance. I was so tired from the other fights. When I come to the guy, I have to use a strategy and to wait for the right opportunity. And when I got the opportunity, I got the guy. It was fantastic. I was so happy. But it's funny because the fight was so good, they end up let me and him to go to the competition. It's funny because I won the open class, my weight class first. When I come to fight him in the finals, I felt so bad I gave him the victory. I gave him the medal. I said, no, man, I already fought you. Here's your medal. I already got my medal. He was so happy. It was very good day because we become super friends because I let him be a champion that day.
What does the 7,000, do you know what the 7,000 stood for in his name?
I don't know. I I think because the truth, I think his family own a gas station called 7,000 or something.
It's a big.
And they call
your nickname.
They call him the gas station guy. Like I don't know. Evandro 7,000 from the gas station. I don't know.
7,000 sounds better than.
So I have a question. The development of belts. So like originally Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, they say was like just 2 belts, the white and the blue. And then it evolved into the multiple ranks.
There was the first generation was not many belts, was a student and a teacher. And after a while, they come out with the idea because like same like judo, they want to do a competition. They set a point system and that little by little add levels like blue, purple, brown, black, you know what I mean? Stripes and all kind of things. But the master belt, the quarter belt, all these come later. I didn't even know growing up seeing a quarter belt before in Brazil. I think this is more new to separate like masters to, you know what I mean? A series of masters, like they call the grandmasters, the quarter belt and this and that. That's more like a timing. Now, how long you've been doing jiu-jitsu is like something like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So Carlos was like the first Brazilian to be like the black belt, correct?
No, to Carlos Grace Jr. or Carlos Grace, the father?
The father.
The father right now in the world have only 2 10 stripes. Is Carlos and Hélio. The organization, the IBJJF, and all the ones who run a belt control, they decide you get the highest you can get is 9 stripes. And the only 2 super grandmasters going to be Carlos and Hélio Grace.
So Carlos was trained directly by Maeda, correct?
Maeda, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I think so. I think in the story, what Carlos used to tell me, his father was a friend of Maeda. Maeda have a school or something. And Carlos come one of his students. And I think Carlos was the one who really liked jiu-jitsu a lot. And little by little, he have the brothers, 4 brothers. And he started coaching his brothers. The youngest one was Hélio. And Hélio and Carlos stick together. And little by little, they come to Rio and open schools and start try getting fights to prove the efficient to the ground, because Carlos liked the ground, because he believed every time he gets in the ground, he win a lot of the fights. He focus, let's take the fight on the ground, he choke the guy on bar, and that's was Carlos and Hélio vision, to focus 100% on the ground.
So originally they were learning like classic judo or Japanese jiu-jitsu, and then they made the changes to turn it into the Brazilian style?
I think it's almost like evolution, because you put so many people to train on the ground, focus on in the ground, and do a competition like a ground is where you score a lot of the points. I think the sport explode after a while. The ground come the major part of the Carlos vision.
So I'm dying to ask, because I mean, I'm on social media a ton. I think we all are. We have a lot of famous people doing jiu-jitsu now. Mark Zuckerberg, Hardy, who's
Tom
Hardy,
Mario Lopez
just
Ashton
won,
Kutcher.
right? You're Ashton Kutcher's professor, correct? Right? You train with Ashton. You promote him, correct?
Yes,
right.
You trained Paul Walker as well, right?
Paul Walker, was a student of one of my friends named Franginha. He was in Santa Barbara. Actually, Franginha was the one who introduced me to him. Every time Paul Walker was in my neighborhood, he stopped by, do some training as a friend, not like as a student.
Cool.
He was not my student. He was the guy Franginha student.
So
we're just friends training.
You've trained with and promoted some stars that we know, and maybe some stars that we don't know that you can or don't have to mention. But how do you feel about people that talk negatively about that? Oh, these stars you talked before, like, they come in, they buy their belt, and this. I mean, you can't deny Mario Lopez he just won IBJJF gold, and that was World Masters, right? I'll defer to you. What do you say to these people who think, these famous people shouldn't be doing this?
I think everything is a margin to people talk. Some people like, some people don't like it. The bottom line is simple. Like, I remember when they used to have a rough school, like focus 90% to compete. And my students, when people go over there, they train for competition. That it base people, this academy is too rough, only athletes, blah, blah, blah. You always complain about something. And now I open academy in Beverly Hills and I teach celebrities, and 98% of the celebrities don't want to compete. They train because they want to go for movies. They have passion to learning to use jiu-jitsu mentally to help them and physically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They use what jiu-jitsu offer for help them.
But you're okay with that. That's a good thing for jiu-jitsu, right? I mean, that's a good thing for all of us.
Yeah. But if people say, he don't care about more athletes anymore, they only care about Hollywood people. I get text messages like that all the time.
I'll take all the Hollywood people.
Rigan Machado, Ashton Kutcher is not a real black belt. I said, my brother, I've been teaching Ashton Kutcher for 15 years.
Wow.
15 years for him to get his black belt. What he need to do to get his black belt? To prove to people.
Obviously.
Do you understand? People look at him like, he's a celebrity. He's not. People don't understand. First, Ashton Kutcher have a phenomenal background in wrestling.
Yeah.
He has scholarship in wrestling, start wrestle all his life. And when he come to jiu-jitsu, was not as difficult like a lot of people who start from scratch. He already know how to scramble, how to survive, how to get out of here. I just need to add the submissions and learn how him to play the guard. And he loves jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu for him is like very important. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's almost like a stress release for him. He's so busy, works so hard. Amazing father, amazing husband. He's one of my best friends, I believe, in the world of celebrity.
Do you have anybody else that you train with that you could talk about?
I train over, just to guys, I train over 450 celebrities.
Wow.
For films.
Okay.
I trained Keanu Reeves for the movie John Wick. I trained Brian Cooper. I trained Mel Gibson for a couple of years. I trained a guy named Joel Kinnaman. He played Robocop. I trained this guy who's one of my really good friends, Charlie Hunnam, with Sons of Anarchy. I trained the guys from Mission Impossible, Isa Morales. A guy who just nominated for the Oscar, Brazilian guy named Wagner Moura, who played Narco. In my academy, so many celebrities go through because I use my academy as a platform for get people ready. I trained this guy, we became really good friends, but he was fantastic athlete. was a Chadwick Boseman. He played the Black Panther.
Yeah.
The what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Chadwick
Yeah,
Boseman,
I trained him. He got addicted to jiu-jitsu. He loves jiu-jitsu. But after a while, he started lose a lot of weight. His health start. He have to quit. After a while, he passed away. I was overwhelmed because when he came to my academy, he weighed 200 pounds, cut muscles everywhere. And I believe he'd be one of the top students.
Wow.
Celebrity-wise, you know what I mean? But one guy who came to my academy was Tom Hardy, Rob Pattinson, who did Batman. I trained him. You have so many of these guys coming quick because Tom Hardy don't live in Los Angeles. He live in England. And he's so busy doing movies and stuff, but he's fanatic about jiu-jitsu. So just changed his life.
Did you know with Chadwick, did you know when he quit, did you know that he was sick? Because I know that he very much kept that a secret. Did you know that he was sick, or did you just see him losing weight and you didn't understand what was going on?
He when he trained for me, we trained for Black Panther now for his film. And I was teaching the studio, the guys from the Marvel studio, a guy named Luis Desposito, who is executive producer for all the films in Marvel. And I realized he stopped training, but we become friends. We have lunch all the time once a while when he's not busy. And I noticed something like he probably lost like 20 pounds. He looked very skinny. He from 200 pounds, he was 160 pounds and stuff. And he was telling me for the character he played, he had to lose weight. He never told me he losing weight because he was sick. And for me was, even the guy from Marvel said, he talk to him. We want to do Black Panther 2. Get him back in the academy or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. But he didn't want to do Black Panther 2. I didn't understand. I said, bro, they're going to pay you more than any celebrity in the world. I said, why you don't want to do Black Panther? And, man, you're back here to train. They're going to pay me a fortune to train you. No, I want to do more, something different or whatever. I didn't know. I realized something was not right because it don't make sense to me. You know what I mean? An offer like that.
A hit movie, the Marvel Universe. I know.
Yeah, I always talk to him. He always call me once in a while. He was a friend. He was the most humble person I ever met in my life. I never met a guy like him in my life, like humble. He didn't have one ego, always humble, always nice. You know what I mean?
When guys come in for a movie like that, Marvel calls you, says, okay, we want you to train these guys, or they're training with you, or they come to you directly. What are they just going into your regular classes, or are they off to the side with you? Do you have a curriculum? Just like, okay, you've got to do this for the movie.
Depend the celebrity who approach you. Some celebrities want a specific work in films and stuff. Some other celebrities just want to train. But when they get in contact with these guys, when they're big celebrity, I want to be sure nobody at the academy and have just me, him, maybe one.
Your camera went off.
I'm sorry. Because somebody called me, cut me off.
It happened.
Yeah, sorry about that. But what happened, a lot of these guys is like when the celebrities come to my academy, doesn't matter who, I have to sit down for them and have a conversation. Basically explain, outside the match, I'm your friend, I'm your fan. But one thing happened when you step on the mat, I'm not your friend. I'm your coach. Basically, you have a understand between coach and student. Basically, I'm the general, you're the soldier. I'm the pit bull, you're the chihuahua. We need to come to a rules for we able to work together as a coach and a student. The discipline, respect. I want you to leave everything outside and focus 100% on the training. And when you have this understanding, we step on the mat and start doing the training. They love it because the moment you have the celebrity bring inside the mat, I'm not able to do a good job because it's poor. You know what I mean? I have to cleanse everything out, leave your ego at the door, and now let's focus on you to get better for the training because I'm your coach. I coach 10,000 people. I produce over 60 world champions. I want to be sure when you step on the mat, we find the right formula to coach you for what you want. And basically, that's the right to understand before you training. Because the moment the guy bring the Hollywood inside the academy, is a problem.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They could bring the ego. I'm sure, the phone's going to ring. Oh, I got to get that, coach. I mean, I'm sure that if you don't have that conversation, I'm sure that can happen. But, it's good to have an understanding before they come on the mat. Well, what the expectations are, I mean, I think that happens even with coaches, right?
Yeah,
sometimes
definitely.
you have a student just in the regular world that you got to have a conversation with every once in a while.
Without
right?
a doubt.
The guy that puts the phone inside of his jacket. Do you have any of those guys?
Yeah, me.
I have a story for you.
Go ahead.
This one, I got punked one time.
By Ashton?
No, by a guy named Ed Bastard or something, a YouTube guy. In Philly. I was doing a seminar in Philadelphia. This guy, I was probably like 80 people in the seminar in Philadelphia. This guy come with a karate gi, and he have a black belt, and he long hair, very strange character. And every time I teach techniques, he's like, I know that shit.
I love that guy.
I look at him, I start realizing, man, this guy probably is not right at the head and stuff. After a while, I come to him, anything else I can show you, I work specific with you here. He said, I already know everything. And someday, the black belts over there, I said, man, I'm going to choke this motherfucker. And I said, no, the guy have some problem. Leave alone. The parents, the people who was watching was not happy either. And he go outside, was raining, he started doing a kata outside in the rain. And I start thinking like, poor man, I think this guy's real. Never history. I start feel sorry for the guy. He come together and said, poor my friend, stay inside, like, you know what I mean? His son like pull his gear, a brush, start brushing his hair and talk to me, okay, I stay inside. He brushed it. I said, he put the brush inside the gi again. I looked to that. I said, you just brush your hair right in front of me, put your... I said, man, this guy's crazy. And he started look the mirror, look crazy. I said, man, people said, Rigan, we have to kick this guy out the class. I said, I gave the guy, now the guy have some problem. I stay around here, try to talk to him. And after a while, he start get worse and worse and worse. And son like he come to me, he pulled the wig off and come to me, oh, by the way, I have a TV show called Ed Bastard, blah, 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 YouTube. You just got punked by us. Like,
oh, wow.
I have a camera here, I have a camera here. I said, I have a panic attack of laughing because it was so funny.
Were people in the school involved? Did they know this was happening?
The instructor is the owner of the academy knew, but the people who come for the seminar didn't know. But it was the funniest thing ever happened to me because the guy punked me was the best punk ever. He said, but you're a nice guy, Higgin, because I thought you were going to punch me in the face in the first crazy thing. And I said, no, I'm coming here to coach. I want to be sure you're okay. You know what I mean? But it was so funny. The guy was so funny.
Well, we're gonna start to wrap it up, but we have. We could talk to you for hours, I'm sure. We have a little thing that we do at the end of the podcast. We call it the drill down, and these are like the most popular questions that we get from our listeners, and so we just. Instead of having listeners, send the same questions all the time or read off, we put the most popular ones into the end of the show here. So we call this
the drill down.
And I'm going to start to run through these questions with you real quick. You can elaborate on them if you'd like. We can go through them fast, but I'll let you. You'll get it as we start. So, your preference when you're training, gi or no gi?
I like no gi.
Yeah, really. I would have thought I would have guessed gi. No, gi, right?
No, no gi.
No gi. Okay. Takedown or pull guard?
I like takedowns. I've been doing wrestling for almost 12 years now. I won the states of Greco-Rome. I did freestyle. I love the wrestling.
Yeah. Favorite submission?
I like something called Rigan Twister. One day you guys gonna... I like to torture the guy on the ground. I get to the side control.
All the older dudes like to torture people.
It's called Rigan Twister.
Rigan Twister.
Rigan Twister.
I nickname Rigan Twister because it's not even submission. Twist the arm one side, the legs to the other side. Almost like twist the guy.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds nice. Do you know what it is?
No. But it's probably a version of Twister.
The music during rolling, yes or no? In your academy, do you allow music while they're rolling?
I like music. I get excited when they have music. My academy, everybody want to have music.
Yeah.
The guys ask me to put the music.
Are you still training regularly, like rolling with your students and stuff?
I teach like 3 privates a day. I play for my students, which is amazing. An hour class a day. Each student, I love to play for them. I have some black belts come once a while, have fun on the mat and stuff. But a lot of injuries now.
Yeah.
I have little problems on the. I'm 60 right now. I have problems a little bit on my sciatica right now, my shoulders. Little problem, not bad. I believe I can recover it, but I have to be careful for don't overdo.
Yeah. That's right now. That's my. I do a lot
of
shoulders and lower back. I do a lot of hanging from like a pull-up bar. It helps so much. It's the one thing that's really helped. It's not a cure, but it's help. It helps. So with music, let's go back to music during rolling. What is your music preference? If you have control of the music, what are you playing?
I like old rock and rolls. I'm an old timer. Rock and roll country is my style.
You look like you had a question.
Country or American country?
American country is my favorite. Yeah.
You sounded like you had another question there before.
I lost
it. Okay. We asked this again. This one comes out a lot. I don't know that it's relevant for you, but maybe it can be. A lot of times we get the question for our guests: what would you be doing if you hadn't have found jiu-jitsu?
I'm doing already. I'm in the film business now. I just direct my first movie. I have so much passion about do films, and I get ready to do my next one.
What was the name? You just had an opening a couple of months ago. What's the name of the movie?
Yeah, it's at Tubi. Tubi, you can watch a movie called Blow for Blow.
Okay.
Yeah. It's about bullies.
Okay.
You get bullied about the father. Somebody touch my son, go to hell to protect my son.
Okay.
That's basically what the movie is.
Sure. Are you somebody? I see you have like a really big social media presence on Instagram. Are you someone that's watching a lot of stuff online? Are you on social media a lot yourself?
I just have fun on the social media. I love now AI. I'm addicted to AI.
I see somebody.
I always do stupid comedy AI stuff.
Yeah. Are you somebody that will you at your age and your experience, do you watch other practitioners who may be showing moves? Are you still able, are you still somebody that's learning, moves in online videos or through instructionals from other people?
No, I love it. I'm addicted to the new generation.
Yeah.
I love the new generation. I'm actually going to see them tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm doing a seminar and have the Rotolo brothers. Do you know them?
Yeah, yeah.
They train with one of my students now. He train with Eric Paulson, and because they cross over. Yeah, they train with Eric Paulson, and every time I go over there, I have opportunity to see them. For me, is the new generation is fantastic. I love how they fight. I love this new generation of competition. If no gi, I think jiu-jitsu is going to the next level.
So they trained at Atos? They were Atos guys, right? The Rotolo brothers? Are they disconnected from Atos? The Rotolo brothers?
I don't know.
No,
I know. I've seen them training MMA for Eric Paus. I think they try to do mixed martial arts.
Yeah, in one. Yeah. They're incredible. I know they opened their own academy in Costa Rica, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. They have an academy down in Costa Rica that they built. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But they live in California, or I guess I don't know where they're spending all their time because they're also they're also competing in one overseas. So, but who's your favorite competitor to watch? You mentioned the Rotolos, but when are you watching the UFC and I
love the guy Mika Galvão.
Oh yeah.
For some reason I think he remind me the sweet kid, nice, but when he step on the mat, he mean business. I like me a lot. I used to love, guys like Roger Gracie. I love Roger Gracie. He retired, but I used to love his game, his style. I used to love Buchecha. Buchecha was one of my favorite fighters and stuff from the new generation. I love everybody. And it's always nice to watch these new guys come with new techniques. Gordon Ryan, I like him. I used to watch every fight he had. You know what I mean? It's amazing. It's amazing to see the new generation come alive.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. All right, so our very last question. Very important question. I leave it for last on purpose. Do you or do you not wash your jiu-jitsu belt?
I never wash my belt ever. I think it's something traditional for me, for my cousins. It's a lot of my cousins because I think the belt. I like to come to a point the belt disappear. You know what I mean? It's almost like it's the sword for samurai. For sure, some people like to wash, but I never wash my belt ever.
Wow. I'm a belt washer. I feel
what a nerd.
Yeah, I'm a horrible belt washer. All right, Rigan, thank you. Well, first of all, again, don't hang up when we say goodbye because we want to take a couple of pictures by the screen if we can, if you don't mind. But I always give the guests a few minutes to say goodbye, shout out anybody, mention anything that they have going on. Is there anything that you want to say here? It's the floor is yours.
I like to talk about two things. I have a podcast show. It's coming out.
Okay.
It's called Everybody Like Rigan. It's a show I interview big celebrities. Like my next guest is going to be a boxer named Pacquiao.
Okay.
Who's going to fight Manny Pacquiao. He's going to come to my show. I have guys like I try to negotiate right now. Chris Pratt.
Okay.
Come to my show, but I have Ashton Kutcher on my show. I spend a lot of money in this show because a big production, a big studio in Studio City, big platform, like almost 15 people work on this production. It's like almost like a TV production.
Sure.
And we have 5 broadcast cameras. It's fantastic. But the idea is to use a mix between podcast, TV shows, big stars, celebrity, big influencers, big people.
Awesome. Congratulations. Is it already out there? Is it something?
We have 5 shows. You have 5 shows. We have almost 2 million subscribers right now. My partner, put so much money in market, billboards everywhere coming. So,
that's awesome.
But the show is going to be fun. You know what I mean? It's going to be a good show. There's always 3 people on the show like you guys, but it's a good conversation. Exactly what you're doing. You know what I mean? Just try bring celebrities on the show, like big actors, big.
Well, you let me know when you want me to come on, because
Yes.
As an academy owner, you work hard to build trust with your students, their parents, and your community. But trust isn't something you claim, it's something you prove and earn. That's where Academy Safe comes in. We help academies like yours stand out with verified safety standards, background checks for all staff, U.S. Center for Safe Sport certification, concussion training, defibrillators on site, CPR, first aid and AED certification, security cameras, rank and lineage checks, and verification of business insurance. Join the trusted martial arts registry that's redefining safety throughout North America. Lead by example. Show parents you're accredited with Academy Safe.
You show up every day to change lives. You manage a million little details, all of them critical. We get it. We know the founder mindset because Wodify was built from the ground up, just like you. We know details because we fine-tuned every nuance of our own platform to make it work seamlessly for you. You need a partner who understands your business and a platform that helps you run it like a well-oiled machine. The founder hustle never stops, and you wouldn't have it any other way. We're Wodify. We're built to build you up.
Is your business getting lost online? Black Belt Digital Marketing is a full-service digital marketing agency that helps you get found, get leads, and grow. We specialize in local and website SEO, so your business stands out when customers search. Our website SEO makes sure your site loads fast, ranks high, and stays ahead of AI-driven search, so customers find you first. More visibility, more clicks. More customers right when they're ready to buy. Grow your business online with Black Belt Digital Marketing. Visit bbdigitalmarketing.com or call 9542-204932 today.
Thank you so much for doing this. Really appreciate it. It's an honor to have you on, obviously. I was so looking forward to this episode. So thank you. We're just going to say goodbye. We have a small little outro here that we do. Ben, go ahead and say goodbye to the people.
Oh, my Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, follow me online, MMA Coach Ben on Instagram. Follow Fight Tape, fighttape.us. And of course, follow the best gosh darn gym in Palm Beach, ATT PBG. And that's about it.
You have IKF coming up?
I do, actually.
IKF Muay Thai, correct?
Yes.
Right? You have an event coming up.
We have our next IKF Point Kickboxing and Muay Thai event coming up August 30th at the Davie PAL. As an added bonus, I have developed a Point MMA structure.
Wow.
So we will be having exhibition matches in Point MMA. What that means is we're not going for knockouts. We're going for round time. We want you getting in. The only way to finish your fight is to actually get 2 submissions.
Okay.
Closing out the brackets, you will get up to 3 rounds, striking up top, grappling and ground and pound.
So it's not Muay Thai. I said Muay Thai. MMA.
No, it is Muay Thai. We'll have Muay Thai brackets. We have kickboxing brackets. And now for this event, we're doing exhibition MMA matches.
Okay, got it.
In the future, we'll have full brackets for
Very
MMA
nice.
as well.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We'd love to set up with Academy Safe.
Can't wait.
If you'll have us.
Of course.
I'm a grandpa, Higan. I became a grandfather of twins last week. My daughter gave birth on the 1st of August to a set of twins. They are fraternal. They look nothing alike. It's crazy, but I'm very proud papa, very proud grandpapa. So you can check me out at Jiu Jitsu Dummies. all the ways to watch, listen, and support are all there. My personal IG is Uncle Milty BJJ. I might have to change that
Grandpa
to
Milty.
Grandpa Uncle Milty BJJ. Is what I'm going to go with. But thank you for watching and listening, everybody. Rigan, once again, thank you so much for doing this. We appreciate you. Peace, love, jiu-jitsu, everybody. Peace.